Hey there, how you doing? It's Drew here, and I think we're live. It says live there, so I'm guessing we're live. Darren's giving me the thumbs up. That's a good sign. Guys, look at this. Outside, it's pitch black. It's pitch black outside where I am. It's nighttime. Isn't that cool? This is awesome. I love doing stuff at night. If you guys notice, I am a night owl. I'm up, recording videos, doing marketing, all that stuff at night. So I perform the best at night. It's like I got a little supercharger on my ass, and I'm, off to the races. Pretty good stuff. So what I want to do now is I want to hand it over to Bart, because Bart's got something for you guys that is absolutely phenomenal. And, we got a good gift for you here today, and I'm sure you're going to love what he's going to share with you. So, Bart, take it over, buddy.
All right, actually, I want to do, yeah, I guess I'll go right to it. So, this is a gift from actually someone who sent me this a week ago, and I wasn't sure if I should share it because it has a lot of power, and it actually is just sort of crazy what it does. But I got to hand this to Ryan Van Spengen, I believe is the proper pronunciation if I'm not incorrect. But Ryan built this, and it's super duper. And let me go ahead and start sharing my screens because you guys are going to all have access to this after the Hangout. We're going to go ahead and get your hands on it so you can actually see something really, really cool. So, what do we have here? Well, what we have here is the Zooko GSU compensation calendar. And what's really cool is it's completely interactive. So every time you change the field of how many packs you have, it'll show you your potential income, right? And I know a lot of people are still confused at how this works, but so here we have one pack in the system, right? And here's your affiliate earnings from 3 people, right? Because this equals 3 people. And then your funnel earnings, right, on those levels. And this is something else a lot of people didn't understand also, but these are monthly totals, right? So what happens is as your levels get filled, so you just go to level 5 here, right? So at level 5, you've got all your affiliate earnings already, you got your funnel earnings, and you have accumulated earnings of $1,056.30 per month. That's every month, right? Every month. It's not one time and it goes away. You need to buy another something that expires. This is a monthly membership. So every time someone renews their membership, you're getting payments in your back office, which I'll actually show you that in a minute too. So you can see even with one pack, right here, let's say it's 5 months of a $50 program, buying one pack and having a membership, you're over $1,000 a month. The next month you're at $2,400. In 7 months, let's say roughly, you're at $5,863, and that's just, that's huge, right? Look, within a year, look where you'll be, even if it takes time, even in between these two numbers at $28,000 or $56,000 a month of a $50 program. It's just sickening, crazy, amazing, right? Well, I know that most people have actually bought a couple extra packs. So what happens when we put in the 3? Now watch all the numbers change. This is just too cool, man. So watch this. Here we go. All right. So what happens is it automatically updates your totals, right? So here's your affiliate earnings updated because on your 3 packs, which is 9 people, your total affiliate earnings per month once they have their 3 levels sold, or if you want to call it their people come in, it's $576 a month, right? And then your funnel earnings, this always stays the same, by the way. That's your constant. But here's where it gets really cool, is that matching bonuses, and this is where people are beginning to find the power of these referrals, right? Because the matching bonus is just, look at these numbers. Look at this number here. It gets crazy, right? Well, let's just go back to month 5, right? So with the first scenario, that first month 5 monthly income after 5 months was right over $1,000. Well, with 3 packs, which is basically you've spent an extra $100 on 2 more packs instead of 1, you're someone changed it on me. Please don't play with this. All right, so 3 packs, you're at $23.45 a month, right? That's per month, right? And the next month it's $49.26, and then it's $11,809.20. I don't know if you guys caught that. Someone put 100 in there. Anyway, so please don't play with this while I'm playing with this if you're live watching this, okay, guys? I'm going to do one more for everybody so they understand. I'll just say 8 packs. All right, those are reasonable numbers. So again, just look how the numbers jump up, right? In the 5th month, you're at $55.69 as compared to $1,000, right? And then the numbers just keep on going, right? Look, within a year, Look at these numbers you're at. It's just a really small investment, and it's this number here that really affects this, the matching bonus. This is where the power of this program is, right? Because you're getting a 50% matching bonus on all of these people off of these earnings, right? So, you know, 8 times 3 is 24. You're basically earning off of 24 people, and this is your matching bonuses from their funnel earnings, right? From their funnel earnings. You know, just the affiliate earnings alone at $15.36 per month is huge. I mean, you could almost put any number in here you'd want, and you'd realize within a couple months you've made your money back almost no matter what happens, right? Just from the affiliate earnings. And you know, when you really look at the long-term where this company is going to go, and when Jeremy comes back on Monday and tells us his news that he's been holding up his sleeve, you're going to just go, wow, okay, these are really cool numbers. So this is really, really good information, and you guys are we're gonna put this everywhere tonight. You guys are gonna have this. You can play with it yourself. You can sit there and say, okay, look, here's the number of packs I have. This is how many I want to get to, and you might even realize at some point it really gets crazy to start to go like too much. I mean, I'll tell you that. There's numbers out there you just go, wow, I'm done, right? I'm done. Because the other thing that you have to realize is what happens in 3 months when we have to make this calculator for their $250 program. I mean, think about that. We already brought whatever that number of people in is, and now this number is like 5 times the amount. Because at some point, it's just going to make sense to upgrade into the $250 program. So now these numbers just become on steroids, right? And then again, you know, 6 months after that, there's a 500, and then that just again changes everything. That's like 10 times what you're looking at now. So that's super, super exciting, man, and really, really cool. And like I said, you guys can have access to this. You guys could all play with it, and I know that we're going to have a lot of great response from that. And then I wanted to show something else. I wanted to show my funnel. Now, I wanted to show this in particular because this, I found something in my funnel which is really, really cool. And what's really cool is it shows how the spillover works, right? So I'm going straight above me, right? So here's the person that's straight up, right, in my first line. I didn't sponsor this person, by the way, right? And I didn't sponsor this person either, by the way, right? But look where some of the people are. So here's Deborah, right? And you go, okay, so let's check this guy out. So if you right-click on that person, you can see their information. And you go, oh, wow, look at her sponsor, or look at Arthur's sponsor. It's Margaret Haywood, right? Well, Margaret Haywood is below Deborah. So she sponsored this person, right? Let's check this one out. Margaret again. So Margaret is personally responsible for putting these two people above Deborah, right? And you go, okay, cool. Well, let's go a little farther. So let's open up Alice. Oh, okay, so there's Alice. So Deborah, this is her order being filled, right? There's their first filled order. So there's our first person she brought in. And let's go above Arthur, and we're going to check on Christian. Oh, there's Deborah again. So there's the second order being filled. And we'll just open this again, and we'll find the third person, Deborah, right? So Margaret did to Deborah what Deborah just did to these guys. She put her people went above them, right? It's technically not even in her first line, so she's creating spillover herself, right? This person's creating spillover herself. I will create spillover myself, right? So I will create spillover up here, because if you look at my whole funnel, you'll see something sort of interesting, because I have a really solid, if you want to call it, side to my funnel that is just absolutely taking care of itself, right? So if you just take a look, all these little lines here represent people, right? You can click on any one of them and open them up, but you can see these are completely full. They're completely full. One little spot there that needs to be filled, one more spot here that needs to be filled, and then basically almost half of my funnel on the left side is completely filled. So everything I do from this point on will fill the closest spots. So technically, the very first spot, if my order started to get filled now, would be this spot, and then it'd be this spot, and then it'd be this spot, and I'm basically giving Gary spillover, and then I'd give James spillover, right? Now that depends on who's also doing something. If my order might not be filled before someone else, so these spots could be filled from below me, or even by Margaret, or anybody else, right? So wherever you're at, that's the point. And what I'm trying to make the point of is wherever you're at in this funnel, there's a line going straight down. This your sponsor, it's not even technically your sponsor, but the person above you in the funnel or below you in the funnel, the person below that in the funnel, the person below that in the funnel will create spillover that'll fill these positions. All right? There's something else here which is really, really cool, and you'll appreciate this, and it's your statement part. Finances. This is where when you get an email every day, or you get an email saying, hey, you earned some money with Zuko, right? So you can open up your statement, and you can see the payments you made that day, right? So here's 1121, right? Funnel earnings, there's a dollar level, there's a $2 level, there's a 80-cent level, you know, all the way down to 20 cents, all the way up to $4 in my funnel earnings, and then there's even matching bonuses that come in here. So when I say your income is monthly, it's because everybody's paying $50 per month. So those numbers off of that calculator is a monthly representation of your earnings, right? That is the key. You need to understand that. This is not buy a pack and then it matures, if you want to call it, or buy a membership and then it matures and then that's it. And you've got to buy another one. No, you're paying monthly in the same membership, and then as people are coming in, we're filling this up. Now, the other reason why I want to show this funnel is because I said this the other day. I'm in Jeremy's funnel. Drew's in Jeremy's funnel. John's in Jeremy's funnel. Darren's in Jeremy's funnel. Every single person in this company is in Jeremy's funnel, right? So I know that you guys know this, but Jeremy actually still every day, he's got his ninja out there advertising guaranteed signups, right? He has people approaching him all the time. Can I sign up underneath your link directly? I want to sign up as close to you as possible. No, I won't do it, right? I've signed up 14 people, all right, that have not signed up to my referral link. They went into the general rotator. They're somewhere in the system, right? John Way, who's on this panel tonight, he has daily meetings with leaders who are, you know, potentially heroes. If you remember last weekend's Hangout, they're potentially heroes. They're people that can bring in a lot of people, and they're beginning to see the value of what this company's doing and why it's so powerful. And believe me, as the news that comes out this week, you'll understand even how more powerful it will be, and you're going to really get excited. Matter of fact, why I'm saying that is if there is ever a minute that you might want to think about, is there someone you need to take care of, or is there someone, and I hate saying need to pressure or need to push or push them off the edge, or someone you haven't even shared it with because you've held back because you maybe had a slight disbelief. I'm telling you, the risk, right? Risk reward. Jim Marone, I watched this great video, someone put it up in the room today. Risk reward, it's a $100 risk. Even if it was completely hokey, which is not. Everything is working. I mean, everything's working better all the time. You see the proof everywhere, right? People are posting their success. But if there's someone you know that you think you want to get in before this thing really goes off the chain, it's time to do it, right? Now that's to help. That's you helping someone else, right? That's you helping someone else. That person can't sign up to your link. That person's not going to benefit you. You're simply doing something to help somebody else, right? Which is really, really cool. And that's what I'm super excited about. And we're going to get into a little bit more of that, some really important stuff. But I wanted to go ahead and let you guys speak for a minute, and then you can come back to me, and I'm going to introduce John, and we're going to talk about something else really, really cool. So what do you guys think about that calculator? Was that pretty cool? Is it nice for people to let people have that in their hands?
That was awesome, Bart. I want to cover one thing here, guys. I know that a lot of you guys... Bart, can you turn your mic off for a second?
Yep.
All I hear is it. Cool. Okay, cool. So this one thing I want to cover here, guys, I know that a lot of people watching this webinar right now, you guys are in profit shares, rev shares, and stuff like that. So if you want to think about the system this way, it's basically, this is how I had to think about it, and this is what made it clear and simple to me. As you're buying, it's kind of like you're buying ad packs, but they don't expire because they're people's memberships, guys. So imagine that. Imagine going out there, like right now, for instance, guys, I spend about $1,300 to $1,400 a day buying ad packs in MPA. Okay, so think about that. If I went out there and I spent $1,300 or $1,400 a day buying, you're basically in Zookle buying memberships. Imagine the outcome you could have. Okay, so I'm not saying go out there and spend $1,300 or $1,400 a day. I'm saying if you want to, you can treat this like, hey, I want to, set yourself a goal. I want to have 20 guaranteed signups packages under me, right? That's what you should be thinking. Don't think, hey, I just want to have one and see how the system works and blah, 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 blah. Think of it as a business that's going to just, guys, little seed that can grow into a tree. And you won't believe how fast this thing can grow into a tree. That's all I want to say here. Sorry, Bart, I kind of stepped in there. But I just had to make that clear because that's really what made it clear for me. I don't know anybody else on the panel there, Darren, Jamie, if you guys want to step in. I know that you can understand the system probably better than me, actually. So if you guys want to step in and share a little word with us here, that'd be awesome.
Sure, I can jump in real quick. Yeah, people, when I saw the business model, I totally analyzed the business model of Zookle early on. And even prior to the guaranteed sign-up system, I analyzed the system, and I'm like, oh, great, it's a great tool suite. I can use the tools to promote anything. And now that we added this guaranteed sign-up system within the program itself, it's kind of like a business in a business. And Drew kind of hit it on the head. You're buying guaranteed signups, and what's happening is you're building momentum, you're building spillover. It's like a tree growing outward. Everybody's helping everybody. And it actually took me a while to kind of grasp that because I'm so used to going out there and hammering out referrals and building my own team, bringing my team into something. And I'm like, this is a little different, but I like it. I was like, it's a lot different because, I've sponsored lots of people, lots of programs over the years, and I'm like, okay, this is a little different. I can pretty much buy my downline, but essentially I'm helping everybody. Everybody's helping everybody above you. It's kind of, what I'm saying? Everybody's helping everybody above you. And I think the momentums, people are one thing I noticed this past week, a lot of people are starting to get it. And just wait, people. I mean, last time Jeremy came on, he's doing a lot of split testing, marketing. We've got a huge budget out there. People, he hasn't even started, really. I mean, he's just starting to roll out the major traffic. And then with the momentum of everybody, in yesterday's Hangout, we talked about how everybody just needs to do one thing a day, okay? And, promote that link one way a day, either by a video, by a Facebook post. Put that link in a directory listing in one of the 10 rev shares you're in. Help someone out. I'll use a traffic exchange. I kind of do it second nature because I do this full time. But I'm in 3 different traffic exchanges. I actually buy traffic out of certain rev shares, and I just stick that guaranteed sign-up system link in there with the other 10 I'm promoting. So, I don't know. You want to stay consistent. You want to really learn the business model. I don't know how else we can tell you. Learn this program inside and out, and like I said, watch what happens. It's going to be a good Christmas and a good next year. I'll say that. So with that, I'll pass it off to Darren or whoever wants to take over.
Hey guys, I tell you what, you guys are killing it, man. You're hitting it right on the head. When I first seen Zookle, I was just excited about the tool suite, because I like marketing systems. I made up my mind about 1.5 years ago that I was fed up with MLM. So I started making money in trading. I started making money with CPA offers, went back to my affiliate marketing, and started making money in rev shares. I didn't want anything to do with traditional MLM, man. I was done with that crap, right? Because you always are able to reach a certain level and people can't duplicate it. That is the main thing that stops the train from rolling. You can do all the training, all the one-on-one coaching, all the phone calls, but people can't duplicate or won't duplicate. So when I seen Zookle, I was like, hey, I made it a thing that a few months ago that I'm just marketing systems to everybody that's in MLM because they need a system anyway to build an MLM business. And then when I found out that the guaranteed sign-ups was attached to it, I was like, oh my God, this is a no-brainer. So I don't even have to market my own link. I don't have to market the system. I could just come out of my pocket, pay for guaranteed signups. Makes too much sense. Buy. After this Google Hangout is over, buy some packs. That's all I got to say, guys. Buy some packages. Did you see the calculator? Okay, I think Bart went up to what, 8? He only went up to 8, right? Because, you know, we can't make it. Sometimes you don't want to take a number that's too powerful for people to see. So I understand why Bart stopped at 8. But even at 8, guys, did you see it? I mean, he showed you the money. He showed you the money, guys. This is powerful. All right, that's all I got, guys.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump in real quick because there's something else that sort of just came to me that was really, really cool. So going off of Drew's statement, treat it like that. Treat it like however you want to treat this business. But think about this as well. You know, you're not just buying into a $50 program. You are, but you're also bought into a $250 program that hasn't started yet. So what's going to happen is your packs and your business will mature, right? And all of a sudden it matures times 5, right? Like, holy crap, now you mature times 5, right? And you're not buying more packs. You don't have to buy more members. Your members follow you, right? You're their sponsor, right? So what happens is they go up with you. Now, what's also interesting is suppose that you're active, you've bought a bunch of packs, you go up, and then some of the people you don't, but other people above them do. Well, where do they go? They go to you, right? So think about that. It follows the leader. It follows the train of you know, if you want to call them sponsorship. But you know, and then on top of that, again, like I've already said, and I've already hinted at way more than that. But you know, there's also a 500, right? So this business keeps maturing. It's going to mature. It's going to jump. It's going to mature. It's going to jump again, and then back to the MLM problem. And I love this one. I'm so glad you actually said this, Coach, because it made me think of something else. When I was in MLM, and I did learn how to sponsor, and I did start doing Hangouts, and I started sharing my videos, and I started sharing, you know, some of the things I've done. I could recruit, but you know what? One thing is getting anyone else to do that as well, or having him take the time to learn it is almost an impossible task, right? 1 out of 10 people, 1 out of 20 people become successful in traditional MLM, maybe even less than that. Well, here's the other thing. A lot of people don't stay, right? So it's called attrition. So even if I could recruit 50 people, right, after 2 months, I might have 10 left because, you know, 40 left, right? Well, with this, who's going to leave? Who the hell is going to leave when they're getting spillover, right? You don't need to worry about that, guys. The person that leaves is the person that should auction off his spot. And then he should see, matter of fact, if you want to leave, contact me. All right, because I'll take your spot, right? I mean, it's that kind of ridiculous. So, anyway, I was gonna play this really cool video. I'm not gonna play that video now because I'm gonna talk about something else, and I'm gonna talk about how we're gonna change lives. And I'm gonna make a couple statements. There's some people I've already met in this business, and this is what I love about things like this, especially because you meet people and you can really tell their hearts and their souls. And you know, I got a message from one person that explained a situation that they were going through and how this is going to, you know, save their family in essence, right? And it's, you know, it like kills me. You know, I can't even talk about it. But I've gotten at least 10 of these messages that are just so real, so heartfelt. You know, they completely know their why, right? You know what I mean by that, guys? They know their why, right? Now, I have my why, and last night I had a conversation with John Way, who has been quiet on this. He's going to tell you a little story. It's going to it really will help you understand something. But, you know, my why has changed in just a matter of 3 weeks, right? When I first came back to this, my first why was myself, right? When you get into charitable situation, you would take care of home first, then you start to think about other things, right? So my why was first get myself on a solid footing back into a situation I can quit my job, I can do this full time, I can do what I love, share this business with as many people I can, and change as many lives as I can, because that's what I want to do in this company, in Zoogle. That is my commitment. That's what I will be doing 5 years from now. I'll still be doing it, right? and I'm gonna bring a lot of people a long way up. You guys are gonna be, you stick with us, you're gonna be so blessed. But I realize now something that is more important. And you know, someone told me a long time ago is if you ever want to become very, very, very successful, all you need to do is help as many other people as you can get successful, right? So I'm going to change that a little bit. If I can help people get a better life, change the situation, you know, whether that's a single mom who works 2 jobs and, you know, never gets to see her kids because she's able to put, you know, a roof over their heads and food on the table and put them in school and clean clothes, right? You know, that person's why might be, I want to be able to work from home so I can spend time with my family, right? There's other people that have, you know, completely different situations. You know, I'm in a financial situation, I need to save my house, that's my why, blah, 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 blah. Or I have a family member I want to help, that's my why, blah, 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 right? So, you know, the interesting thing about this, as you become more successful, your why will change, so it evolves, right? I have had whys before that they're still out there. You know, I'd like to build homes for the wounded warriors, right? One of the things I'm going to do in this business as well is as soon as I have my personal comfort, I'm going to create a charitable fund which will sponsor people into this business. And I'm going to take people that could really use this. You know, maybe they don't have the wherewithal to come in, or maybe they, you know, that's what it is, right? So I'll probably be bringing in 10 to 20 people a month in this business, pay their way in, right? Their first pack, their membership. I'll sponsor the membership till they're finally making money. And they're not going to be sponsored by me. They're not going to be my direct referrals. I don't want any of that. All I want is to be able to help people and push this forward. Because honestly, what I feel now, I want to share, right? So we're going to change the world. Your lives will change. Your life will change. And you can change lives. And we will change lives, right? And you know, with that, I'm gonna go right to John now because this is something we had a long talk about last night, and he has a story to share with us. So, John Way, come on out and say hello. It's the first time on a Hangout, I think, for you. A lot of people know John. He's really awesome. You there, brother?
I am indeed. Hi, everyone. And I'm really delighted to be here. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to be speaking to the team. It's an honor. A real honor. And yes, Bart and I were chatting, as we do quite often. And I said, Bart, I've got something to tell you about someone that I met 2 days ago. And Kerry Payne introduced me to this person online. And it was a young woman who had already lived the dream. And then one day she was driving in a car and had a massive, massive car accident. And in just those few minutes, everything that she had known up to that point was taken away from her. No longer could she be the person that she was before that accident. And she went through all the hospital trials and tribulations. And now she's back at home, recovering. But the circumstances in which she's recovering are incredible. And when I heard this story, it just took me apart, because my background is 30 years in nursing. And I've seen people like this and how they have to fight every inch of the way. And this amazing woman is having to learn to walk again and lift her arms up again. And yet when you speak to her, all she speaks about is how guaranteed sign-ups is going to enable her not only to get well, but then she can go out and help other people. And she's excited. In fact, she's positively bubbling. And yet every day she lives in constant pain. In fact, she told me that night, she said, I'm having a really good day today because my pain level is only 78%. And that's a good day for me. And I'm really excited because I saw this link one day. And by the way, whose link was that? Whose ad was that. And that's why what we're doing today is so important. And why I love what Bart just said. We're changing lives. And every time we post an ad or put a comment, somebody will see that, and it's very, very personal. And the beauty of guaranteed sign-ups is that now, with Jeremy's system, anybody can do it. All they've got to do is invest a small amount of money, order their guaranteed sign-up, and then those people will have their orders, and those people will have their orders. And suddenly, one of the biggest challenges in this industry is solved, because anyone can do this. And the next time we're posting, just remember, excuse me while I take a drink, just remember that the lady I met the other night, who was full of life, she talked about things that she was going to do 2 years hence, 3 years hence, the people she was going to help. And yet here was a lady that was struggling every minute of every day of her life just to live. And yet all she spoke about was other people and what this system had given to her. And I'll be honest, it took me apart. Absolutely took me apart and made me realize just how important this system that Jeremy is genius. Because I've been in Zookle for 14 months and I know what's happened inside my business in just 9 weeks. And it's happening to everybody. And it will happen for so many more. We are changing lives. And it's so, so simple. A few posts a day, a few comments a day, and show someone else how to do the same. And that's it.
John, I wanna jump in here because there was something else that you told me about this person, and when you told me her circumstances, she was a dancer, right? She made a living as a professional dancer. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes.
So she was living a dream life, doing what her dream job was, right? And people say you'll always be successful in your job if you can find the thing that you're really, really, really happy doing and make that your business and make that your income. So here's a person who was a dancer, and this happened to. I mean, think about where you might be personally if that happened to you. It might be really hard to have that kind of a really positive attitude, because this is also just this is recent, right? This has only been a few months, correct?
Correct.
Right. So this hasn't been a year or two where she's had a lot of time to recover and get motivation back. This is really fresh. And, you know, it just shows you what the human spirit can do, right? And luckily, she found one of our posts out there, you know, just somewhere out there. Someone saw it, and she saw it and looked into it, and now she's with us, and she wants to help other people. And you know what? This could be part of her healing process, because what she wants to do is she wants to help other people. She wants to change lives, right? So there's where she's going to get something super out of it. And if this is positive for her, and it gives her more mental energy to heal herself and to you know, get you know, whatever quality of life back that can come to her, then God bless it, right? So that's really, really cool. But I'm sorry, John, I just jumped in. I know you want to finish this up. Go ahead, man.
Well, when I'd finished talking to her, the thought that went through my head so strongly was, can I ever have an excuse again? Here was a woman who had circumstances that most of us can't even imagine. And she was talking about tomorrow and the next day and the people that she was going to change their lives. And her life was going to change. And I just thought, wow, how can I ever have another excuse? And I tell you, if I hadn't got a why before that night, I darn well got one now. And I'll never forget that person. And I know one day I'll meet her. And by the way, so will everybody else, because she's dying to tell her story.
I think it'd be really cool to have her up on stage when we have our party. You know, again, not an event, not a conference. When we have our celebration, our party, she'd be a great speaker, and really look forward to meeting her myself, because that's the type of person that really inspires me, man. You know, you see, again, I have a real bad thing about these wounded warriors. They go to war and they fight for us, whether it's wrong or right, or the war itself, or whatever, and they get damaged beyond belief, and then the medical industry can actually save their lives, but you know, what does it leave them with? You know, completely battered body and sometimes battered brains, and you know, you go, God, that tears me up. You know, so again, one of the things I'm going to do is I want to anonymously build homes for these people. You know, and there's really cool track chairs now that are four-wheel drive, like chairs, and go out fishing and hunting with. And there's a lot of stuff I'm going to do with that, and again, maybe bring some of these people in this business. But you know, the reason why we wanted to do this is because every single person listening to this call, and every single person that will listen to this call from now and into the future, if this video gets watched 1 million times by 1 million different people, every single one of you that's watching this, if you take a minute, you can figure out your why right now, right? Whatever your why is right now, whether it's a personal situation, you need to take care of your home finances, you need to take care of, you know, getting Christmas presents for your kid, you need to be able to upgrade where you live, whatever that why is now. Right? There's a lot of people that don't even think that way. They completely think outside themselves. It's always about somebody else, and God bless you. This is your why, right? Your why. That is what a why is, your major definite purpose. So once you understand what that is, and that is always there, and you wake up in the morning and go, man, I'm going to go to work today because I know why, right? And when you're doing this business and you do your part, you know, which is not much in this business, it's really not that much. Do a daily activity, as Jamie said, it's absolutely perfect. Do a daily activity, because what are the chances that you're going to have someone that you're going to be able to change their lives, that they found that post and they finally opened up and clicked on that link and get to come on these hangouts and come to this team and this family where we're changing lives, you know? So I think it's just important to realize that, guys. You know, there's a couple stats out there that still freak me out. I need to mention it one more time. I know it's gone down from 120. I think it's now just about 100 people that have actually paid to buy signups and haven't actually paid for their membership into Zookle, right? And if you're listening to this call right now, I know she was like, "What, are you crazy?" And it's like, really, you know, I know I did the bake the cake thing and, you know, whatever. Watch the last video. I'm not going to do that today. But, you know, listen, if you've done that, you completely don't understand where you're at. And if you've actually just watched this hangout with the calculator, you absolutely do not understand where you're at, right? So please go back and check yourself. Hopefully you didn't fall off the planet and forget. I mean, hard to believe you'd spend that money and forget. But, you know, we have a really special place here. Just realize this is bigger than all of us, all right? This is bigger than all of us. What we are is a part of something really cool. And I can tell you, Jeremy is probably the worst. And what I mean by that is his why is completely easy, right? He has no personal whys. He can do anything he wants, anytime he wants, and not have any worries about anything at all, okay? His why is to make you successful and to change your life, to help you, to be an amazing owner, to get the gratification of what he's going to be able to do for you and change your life, help you get your why, help you solve your why. And I've told this to Ron. We've had this discussion a few times. Said, you know, I know what's going to happen when we have this party. We're going to have people like who we just spoke about come up on stage. I know of 2 others I definitely want to get up on stage. And they're going to tell their story, because, you know, we're not going to have the giant check thing up there. I don't like that, really. I think it's really boring, because those checks will look puny compared to what people in our company will be making anyway. I think it's just going to be really amazing, and John and I know, will be very close to each other when some of these people are coming on stage, and I know what's going to happen. I'm going to look at John, and he's going to be blubbering, and I'm going to be blubbering, and then we're both going to look back at Jeremy, and that's the guy that's going to be absolutely losing it, right? Because this is what he wants. This is what he wants. He wants to change lives, you know? So You know, whether you're finally getting it or, you know, you've already been there, I know this is going to motivate you more, but, you know, if your penny hasn't dropped yet, do yourself a favor and go back and watch some of the other Hangouts. Just try to catch up on everything. Look at the videos, the amazing, incredible videos, which I really wanted to play one really bad tonight. But there's some really great videos that people have done and, you know, have gotten out of their comfort zone. I don't know how many people said this is the very first video I've ever shot. It seems like half of them. And then more than half of them got their face on camera and then were walking around with their dog or speaking into the camera, and they did a great job. And, you know, that's an incredible, brilliant marketing plan to get this word out, because that kind of a personal reach is really effective, right? It sort of goes along with this whole one team, one family thing. And some of those videos are just absolutely brilliant in getting that message across. So please keep making them, guys. The contest is still running. I don't know the complete details of it, but I know that there's more money to win. I know that Jeremy said it's going to be a lot of money, so keep making videos, keep getting them linked to this, keep getting us ranked on YouTube, and then, you know, the final thing, you know, hopefully you're going to find out your why or figure out your why. You should probably almost immediately have thought, it's my why. Okay, that's good. Now think about this. How many other people do you know out there that definitely need this? Right? And if that's the case, have you shared this with them yet? And if you haven't shared this with them yet, what are you embarrassed of? Do you need to show them this Hangout? You know? Maybe do that. Maybe show them last Saturday's Hangout. Show them some of the amazing Hangouts that Jeremy has done as well. But, you know, it's time to ask yourself, have I completely taken care of the people I need to take care of? Do I actually do what I'm supposed to do, my little part every day? Am I in the right mindset where, look at this group of people and this amazing group of people in the Facebook group and the people in the Skype room that they're so on it, man. They so get it. They love this business. They cherish it, right? And they love it when Jeremy comes on. I don't know how many people said, oh my God, we really missed Jeremy's voice. I really wanted to hear him talk last night. I couldn't believe all the messages. And I love it too, man. I love watching it. I'll go back and just watch the video and hang out because I want to see him talk, man, because his excitement is palpable. And the poor guy, the real problem is he's holding so much back because he just wants to tell you everything and he just can't, right? Because it'd be overwhelming. It would just be too much, right? He needs to bring stuff out slowly but surely, and you'll see. And I have a feeling this is going to be a really big week, really big week. I'm going to be looking forward to what happens in the next 7 days and to come on next Saturday and sort of recap where we're at. I'm just really, really happy and speechless and thankful that we're going to change lives. And I will do my part. I will do everything I can to change lives. Anything I can to do it. Because I realize how much value you get out of it. So with that, I'm done. You guys can go ahead and wrap it up. And John, thank you very much for sharing that story, man. I knew last night when we talked, I needed to get you on and talk about that. So thank you very, very much, brother.
And can I just say one more thing there? Okay.
Yep, go ahead, man.
Our motto: one team, one mission, one link. One mission, guys, to change lives.
Nailed it, nailed it. Thanks, John. Thanks so much for coming out, man. That was what John was saying there, guys. Really, really hit home with me. I know a lot of you guys don't know my full story here, and I just don't like sharing it. Even the guys on the panel here, you don't really know my full story. I probably will never share that with most people because it actually kind of turns people away. But I want to share one thing with you guys here, and I want to end this hangout with this is my why, and really I want everyone out there. I want to make this a competition, actually, okay? And I want Darren to lead. I know, Darren, you got a lot going on right now with the Juice Crew, but I want you to lead this because you start with Coach, man. Your name is Coach. So this is what I think our next competition should be, is for people to figure out what their why is and share it with the world, okay? So share it in video, share it on a blog, share it in, I don't know, a Facebook post, something like that, and let's link it to guaranteed signups. It just makes sense, okay? So I want to share with you a little bit here. We got about 5 minutes left about how do you find your why? You know, what is a why? Like it's kind of confusing at the start. it's one of those things. It's just like, it's a word. Well, what the heck is a why kind of thing, okay? So for me, what it was, when I first got introduced to this making money online thing, it was more of a lottery ticket. I just wanted that lottery ticket. I just wanted to win. Money, money, money. That's all Drew cared about. I wanted a new car. I wanted a nice big house. I wanted, you know, Jeremy Rush's lifestyle, basically, okay? So that's what I wanted, and that's what I actually thought was my why. Okay, guys? And what ended up happening, because that's all I could focus on, was money, 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 sales, sales, sales. I failed for 2 years online. My first 2 years, guys, I failed. I went bankrupt. I lost my house. I lost a ton in my life, a ton, okay? And after, when I lost everything, was when I actually realized what my why was. I wanted people to respect me. That's what my why is, okay? And by the way of respect, I mean I wanted people to look at me and think of me as an authority in my marketplace. Okay, that was my why. And what did I do, guys? If you guys look into my marketing, how I market, I base my marketing around my why, an authority in the marketplace. I do free trainings. I try and do as much as I can for free. So you might be thinking right now, your why might be, you know, to make $10,000 a month. Okay, but what you need to do is you need to sit back and you need to digest your why and dig deep inside yourself to actually find your true why. And what I think I'm going to do right now, we got about 2 minutes. I want to hand it over to Darren, because Darren is the coach. You know what, guys? I've never met anyone in my life that speaks the way Darren does. He's really sincere about what he means and what he feels. And Darren, I'm going to pass it over to you. I'm going to kind of put something on you right now. I want you to take charge here, and I'm going to help you out with this. I think our next competition should be about finding people's whys. And I know that you could probably make it crystal clear for people about the why, because it took me 2 years to figure out what the hell a why was. So I think that might be easy for you.
Hey, you're not putting me on the spot at all, because I can relate to you totally. When I came in network marketing, it was all about the money, and it was all about me. But my why has totally changed, and maybe based on what you just said, people are going to rethink their whys after watching this hangout, because I know my why's changed totally. You know, from when I first started online, now pretty much my why is to leave a legacy for family and friends. And when I say friends, guys, I'm talking about the ones that's been in the dirt and the mud with you, okay? And the family that's been in the dirt and the mud with you. I want to leave a legacy. I want to teach them how that they can advance their lives financially, emotionally, spiritually, and everything that I'm learning. I want to leave that legacy, because I don't want them to feel any limitations in their life. So one of my best friends, guys, in the Army, he joined me in my paying ads. This guy does not do things like that. We were all Army buddies, but he's been following me. He joined me in my paying ads, and he messaged me this morning. He's like, I can't believe this. You know, because he's killing it. He's making a lot of money. And that's what I'm looking for, man. Just getting that joy of seeing him succeed, it brings me just excitement. And so what we're going to do, since Drew put that out there, I'm going to tell everybody to make a video, and I'm going to start it off today, and I'm going to post it on YouTube, and I'm going to post it within the group on my why. And basically, if you've seen this, it's going to be the same thing, but I'm going to post it, and then everybody start making a video about your why. But guess what? Now, I'm going to make this real quick because we got to get off of here. When you make that video, you still put a link to guaranteed signups, and you still put a link to the Facebook group. Because, guys, guess what? Your why is going to touch people on social media, like John's story about that lady touched us today, and then we have to give them the answer, and those links are going to be the answer. All right, Drew.
Thanks, Darren. That was good. Good. You hit it home. You had that baseball bat. You just cracked it out of the park. Nice stuff. So, guys, I want to just do one shout out here before we, before we log off here, sign off here, to Ryan. Ryan was the guy who put this calculator together for us. We're going to get that out there. It's going to be in the group. So the first place it's going to be, guys, is in the group where you can actually go and we'll figure out a way. You can download it or something like that. We're going to talk to Ryan and get it out there. All that good stuff. So that's it, guys. Next hangout is Monday. Jeremy's back, and he's I think is he in a hotel or something like that, guys? He's in a hotel on Monday, so this could be exciting. Probably a really good internet connection, not like last time. But you know what, guys? He was on a boat, which is really, really cool. And he's going to be in a hotel room this next time, guys. Living the lifestyle that we're all after here. Doing it up big time. Awesome stuff. So that's it. My name is Drew. I want to say thanks to John Way for popping out tonight. Everybody else here, good night. See you guys on Monday.